up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to tell you how I made $500 in Shift Technologies Inc., the stock symbol SFT. I'll also do an analysis and review, hoping that it'll help you as well. It'll help you make more money. If you're trading in stock, look into this stock. I'm not saying buy it, do your own research, but at least this video will help you do more analysis, learning about the stock, learning about the company, what the price range it is trading at. Today is Friday, December 11, 2020. The stock was $8.65 at the closing of the market. I do believe that if the stock market goes up, this will go up as well. The long term, maybe like within a year or so, the target that I read from analysts, somewhere between $15 to $17, close to double to what it is today. I'm not saying it'll go 16, I'm not saying it'll go 17, but I do believe that there is some lucrative profit that someone can book. I bought and sold. My intention was not to just buy and sell the same day. Did it a couple of times, made $500, and I'll exactly share what I did. If you want to day trade it. If you want to buy and hold for a long time, do it. I'm planning to buy it for a long term. If I get it at $8.50, I'll buy it again. So let me do this. I'm going to share my screen, walk you through what I researched and how it looks like. So let me go ahead and share my screen. You can see my screen, and I'll share exactly how I made $500 in Shift Technologies in 2 days. So I bought 500 shares of SFT, Shift Technologies Inc., December 7th, 2020. I bought 500 stocks of Shift at $9 on December 7th, and I was going to keep it for a long term. Next day, I saw the price was $9.60 when I just looked up once again SFT, so 60 cents. So it was a quick profit. I sold 500 shares, so that way I made $300 right there and then. Once again, the next day I bought that back at $8.70. Once again, all 500 stocks, I bought it back $8.70, and I sold it on December 10th, once again at $9.10. I made $200 more. 2 trades, I made total of $500 on the investment of only $4,500. 10% of profit. I was pretty happy. I was going to hold it for long term, and I thought like I'll sell it for maybe like $12 or $13. Along the way, I did some research, and I wanted to share it with you, what the company does, what are the long-term projections, and what the analysts say about Shift Technologies, and whatever I search. I'm planning to buy and hold it once again for a little bit long term. I'm looking to buy it at $8.50, maybe next week. I'll see how the market plays. I think if the market goes up, I'm hopeful that this particular stock will go up in value as well. I wanted to say, do your own research, contact your financial advisor before you do anything. But I wanted to share this information as to what I search in hope that it'll help you making more money. I don't want to really comment on how much the risk is. Well, it can go to zero. Who knows? It's stock. But I'll share the merits of the company. How do they make money? What is the profit margin, their business models, and everything. So you can see that on my screen. And let's look into what is Shift business. Searching on Wiki, search shows that, but this is merely, I wanted to share it with you so you also know where the information is available and you can search it yourself. Shift is an online marketplace. You can think of it as like peer-to-peer marketplace for buying and selling used cars. So let's say if an owner wants to sell their used car, they can contact Shift and they'll help them sell it. You can think of Shift as a business model thinking, kind of a real estate agent, but for car. So they are the agent company who makes commission based on the sell value for the car, and they have a flat price. They'll deduct from the seller. So buyer basically doesn't pay the fees. Of course, it's baked into the whole pricing model, but they recover the agent fees from the seller. In the beginning, the company was only operating into the West Coast area in California. I believe it was mostly Los Angeles and San Francisco, and I think San Diego. Oh yeah, it says here. So also in San Diego. So the company was founded in 2014, but it was listed on the stock market earlier this year. It's a relatively small company. Whenever they raised money, approximately it was $300 million in debt and equity. And right now their market cap is around $750 million, and it is backed by big investment firms, including Goldman Sachs, as you can see here. And their employees manage process of car buying and selling for both the parties, sellers and the buyers. They facilitate test drives. They can also help you sort of with the financing option for the buyer. They'll do the inspection. They'll take care of the DMV interactions, so on and so forth. When a seller wants to sell the car directly to Shift, they can also do that, and it'll be called the Shift certified cars. This is the information that I'm talking about in 2020, and as I mentioned, the company is rapidly growing and they're changing their business models as well. I heard that they're going to open up the operations in Texas, already did. So do your own research whenever you're looking into buying this company. But I think it's a relatively very small company. And I'll tell you the price, as I mentioned before as well, $8.64. It's a closing price on Friday, December 11th, 2020. All right, let me go to the company's corporate website. So it's not this one. It's not this one either. Oh, it's this one. So Shift Technologies Inc. This is their website. Basically, they shop. If you're shopping for car, you can browse online cars within their database. You can also sell and trade in minutes, as the company offers, and you can also get their help on financing options as well. It's a relatively simpler experience for the sellers and the buyers. The way it works is I put the zip for California 90032. You can start shopping car, and then you can just filter out the cars based on the all the filter options, including the price, the maker of the car, the year, the mileage, the drivetrain, and of course by the model. And once you look, so let's say if you click on the car, it'll give you more information about the car and the features on the car and what is the history. So as you can see on this particular car, they are showing you there are past 3 owners. So you will be the 4th owner. So this is how it works. What I wanted to show you was this is what is listed on Nasdaq.com again in December 2020. As you can see, this is yesterday's data. And what they show here is SFT is the stock symbol. This is listed on Nasdaq, and the consumer durable in the automotive aftermarket consumer durable sector. The 1-year target that they have given is $17. As I mentioned to you before, I'm not sure it'll go to 17 or not, but what I can tell you is it's a relatively low price at the moment. I think it was the stock was at $10 for a long time, $10 to $11. It spiked up to $14, and it got back to $6, and right now it's at between $8 to $9. And I think from a lot of reviews I read, it does seem like it'll hit $12 to $13. Do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my thoughts and research that I found. Today's high and low, as you can see, $9.21 and $8.65. Their volume is around 1 to 2 million. If it spikes up to 6 to 7 million, the stock gains value. Usually that's what I've seen. 52 weeks high and low. So as I mentioned, it went all the way up to $14.91, almost 15 as the high or the peak price, and the lowest was $6.40, as you can see here. The market cap is $720 million, or maybe very close to $721 million, as you can see right here. Their PE ratio for the year is $6.26. So let's go back to this chart. I wanted to show you real quick, or maybe let's go back to this chart. So I wanted to show you how the pricing works, and let me just refresh it. So we have the latest data. As you can see today, the stock was open at $8.85, went all the way to $8.55 almost, and then it got back up and closed at $8.64. And at closing, it was down by 14 cents or 1.59%. Now, if you take a look for 1 month, so it's a pretty volatile. I mean, there are peaks and there are valleys. So as you can see right here, so $10, from $10 it went all the way up to $6.63, and it went back up $9.39. So I guess this is the range for this month. But if you take a look at the 6-month chart, or maybe year-to-date chart, let's say, so it was $10 earlier this year. It went up to $12.50, got back to 11. Practically, it went all the way up to $14.91, maybe right here, or somewhere here earlier this year. And then when the market dropped, it went all the way pretty low to $2, got back up, went to $9 and $6, and then got back up to $8 and $9. So it's in between $8 and $9. So I think this is the historical price on this stock. But what I wanted to also show you was the volume. So if you take a look at the volume right here, so today's volume was 1.12 million, and the stock was pretty stable. I want to say it was open at 889, and got closed at 864. Whereas the market in general was Dow Jones was up 47 points, and Nasdaq was down by 27 points. So it's a relatively flat market for the day, and the stock was flat as well. Now, if you take a look at what the stock did when the volume was higher, so when there was 3.5 million in volume of the stocks, the stock was around, I want to say it was open 898, went all the way up to 974, and it was closed at 947 that day. So the same thing that happened right here as well. If you see, when the volume was 8.5 million for the day, the stock was 1057 from the close. So it opened up pretty high. So from 899 the next day, it was open at 1057, went all the way up to 1149, and then got back to $9.21. So basically what I wanted to say is the volume, sometimes it picks up the volume, but so somewhere here in November, their executive team announced that each of the executive, once again, they're a small company, so I don't believe that they have too many executives, but their executives announced that they'll buy the stocks worth $100 each, and to show the confidence in the company's operations, business models, profit sharing, and sales. And that made the stock from $6 to all the way to $11 within like 3 or 4 days. So a ton of people bought that at that time, and as you can see, from $11 it came back to came back down to $8.50 or $9 as we see today. But looking into the fundamentals of the company, once again, going back right here for a second, 1 year target that I see on Yahoo Finance is $15. The way we saw on the NASDAQ was $17 for 1 year target. And keep in mind, these targets change. So you want to keep watching pretty closely if you want to buy. Market cap, as we saw, about like $710 million. $710 million is the market cap. Usually the volume is 1.1 million, but as you saw before, it ramps up at certain times all the way up to 8 or 9 million stocks a day. So this is Shift. Once again, it started operating as a very small company in California on the West Coast, mostly in San Francisco, San Jose, or maybe I think San Diego it was, and Los Angeles. But they opened up their fourth seller market in Texas. So I believe that they're expanding their operations. That simply means that they're going to make more profit, considering that they keep their overheads and operational costs down. Once again, this is a technology company. So I do believe that there won't be like overheads a lot more because and they're changing their model, their business model as well as they go. Now, one thing I wanted to also mention to you, a very similar company, Carvana. So Carvana, you might have already heard, their stock price is 261, and this was a spike as well for Carvana. And both the companies have pretty similar business models. Now, if you think about Carvana, it became very big as a company. And their market cap right now is 44.7 billion US dollars. Now think about it. Now for Shift, if you think about like 700 million, I think it can double the market cap very quickly if they do pretty good in terms of business, if they do pretty good in terms of sort of keeping the profit margin high. Market cap, which was 44, which is for Carvana, is $44.74 billion. So there's a good opportunity that that Shift Technologies will also be in the billions. Now, if they are in the billions, I think in general, the stock price should go higher as well. And once again, it's a technology company, so they might have lower overheads than some of the physical sort of car sellers. So this is Carvana. And Carvana, this is how it ramped up. So this is a Carvana stock ticker, or the stock symbol CVNA, $260.47, which is at the moment. But this is how it spiked. So the stock was only at $29 in March 2020. This is pre-pandemic, or maybe like, before we started seeing lockdowns and all that kind of stuff. It was traded at, I want to say, so from $110, it got all the way back to like $29. So I think this is where the lockdown happened. I'm not 100% sure, but this is, I think, when the market crashed in general. But then it went back up super fast. So even so, instead of $110 pre-COVID or pre-lockdown, I want to say, it went all the way up to $243. So let's say if someone bought this stock at, say, if someone bought this stock at $29, they have close to 10x profit right here, $260. So I'm not saying that Shift Technologies would do the same, but there is a high chance that it will double the stock value. And I watched a few videos around Shift Technologies. I also read, as you can see on my screen, I did my own research, and I do believe that it'll do pretty well if they keep up their profits, and if they keep up their operations under control, and if they keep expanding. And it does sound like they are expanding. And for the second seller market in Texas, in November, mid-November, as you can see right here, they announced that they're expanding their operations to Texas. Now, when it comes to used car sales, each market has their own niche, and it's pretty specific to their area and region. But I think that's why they're expanding small, and then they're expanding pretty slowly as well. So it does seem like the company knows what they're doing at the moment. What else? Again, if you can think like a short-term investment, maybe for 5 to 6 months, and I do believe unless the market crashes so badly and there is a really bad lockdown, this may impact the price of the stock. But I think given the vaccine scenario that we have going on, and the talks about getting coronavirus or COVID in control, it does seem like the company will keep the operations open, and keep expanding in the interim and in the short term. So guys, this was my research. Again, I wanted to say, do your own research as well. I wanted to share what I found myself, how I made money, $500 in 2 days. And once again, I want to buy something, a very small amount of stocks, just to keep it for a long term, thinking I never had that money. If I lose it, I lose it. If I double it, I double it. I don't really care. So I'll invest the money. That won't wake me up at night. So I want to say, if you want to invest into the stock, maybe like you can buy it, and maybe next day, if you earn $1 on the stock, maybe like 10 to 12% at the price of $9 or $10, you can easily sell the stock within a day and make 10%. I think making $500 is relatively easy. That's what I found just with the investment of $4,500. And I wanted to share that with you to make sure you have the information. If you want to make money, hey, post a comment below. If you find this video helpful, click the like button, share and subscribe to my channel for future videos, and also add the comment if you want me to share this type of information more often. I'm always searching about stocks, mutual funds, how to build passive income generation, how to build wealth, and how to retire early. So if you want to watch more of this kinds of videos, put the comment. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.